Hi guys, Penny Rose Journals, how you doing? Well, I am here today with a little project that I have been thinking about for quite some time. These are brown paper bag bottoms, which, as you know, I have many of and am always very keen to get rid of. So what we are going to do today is cut them up either side here, just cutting the middle section out. There is a sort of natural cut line there where the bags join. And once we've got them cut, we're going to unfold them and re-glue them a bit. I discovered this the other day. I mean, it's not like it's a massive discovery or anything, but I was excited about it. It's strange the things we get excited about in the junk journal world. But if I take a brown paper bag bottom and cut it like so, and then flip it over to where the logo is on the back, I can loosen this little piece off here and fold it back, and it covers the logo. So I don't have to cover the whole thing. Now, isn't that brilliant? I was just so excited about that. So I will do this side and then I will fold back the other side as well. I just like the way it goes together better that way. I'm not worried about the edges or the seams or anything. This is a fairly rustic sort of little project. So, but yeah, I was just excited to see that I could just sort of unfold things and refold them. And the logo miraculously disappeared. So I didn't have to cover it up with anything. So yeah. Anyway, just bear with me. I get excited about the oddest things. What I am going to do with these today is use this little pile here next to me of tiny photographs of strange, grumpy, old white men. Which is, if you have ever owned an encyclopaedia, you will be aware that this is predominantly what they are filled with, is tiny little pictures of grumpy old white men. And although we can use them for all sorts of things in junk journaling, like making IDs and things like that, passports, that kind of thing, I decided I would make tiny photo albums out of them today. Not necessarily like family photo albums, but possibly, I don't know, yearbook kind of photo albums from, say, a university or something. I don't know. Anyway, this is what I'm doing. I really know what it is I'm making. It's just this is what I'm making. So, yes, I am going to make 2 pages, obviously, out of each paper bag base, and that's how big my little albums are going to be. They're just going to be 2 pages, so folded in half. That will mean there's 2 sheets of paper, 4 pages, front and back. So yeah, anyway, aside from that, moving on, let's just do it and you can see what I'm doing. It's easier than trying to explain. Just so that you get some idea of the vast number of these little people I have floating around, I have 16 volumes of this encyclopedia. This was all out of one book. So I have 16 times this amount. That's a lot of little grumpy old white men to use. So yes. That's what I'm working towards, at least using up this 1 volume's worth. So now I am just going to staple these. You could use a 3-hole pamphlet stitch and bind them that way. You could bind them any way you like, really, but I'm just going to staple them because it just seems the most efficient way to get it done. Now, I don't really have a plan on how I'm sticking these in. There's no sort of uniformity about it. I kind of like sticking them a bit haphazardly, so closer to the top, closer to the bottom, different sort of ways on each page. Some smack dab in the middle, who knows, but if I can find singular ones, I think for one of these I find one that has actually 4 people on it at the same time, so that's pretty cool. I put that on one page because it fits nicely. Yeah, I just wanted to pop them sort of randomly all over the place. Right, this is just something I like to do around the corners. Excuse my head in shot there. I just like to take this Stabilo oil pencil and just make little corner frames for my pictures. Not at all necessary, but it's just an extra added little touch that I like to do. So you could wet this after you've done it and it would become much more vivid and much more black. That is the beauty of the Stabilo oil pencils, but I chose not to. I just wanted to make little marks on the corners and leave it at that. Okay, and now we get to the sort of text bit. When you have a little album full of photographs, like a yearbook or something, there is generally some text explaining what is going on. I am not going to sit here and write a story. I am not going to do that. I am blessed, however, with a bunch of text stamps, so I am going to use those and some little label stamps and whatnot that I have floating around in my stash, and I am going to use them to make it look like there is something explaining what's going on in the little album. So yeah, that's the idea. I have done one already with some German text. The one that I'm using this time is text that is unintelligible. You can't read it. It does not look like anything, so it just looks like a bit like my intuitive writing, really. You could do that next to this, in fact, if you wished, but I think I would have to make it too small, and I don't think I would enjoy that very much. For this one, I have also chosen to use the German text stamp. What does this German text say? It says all sorts of things like disclaimers for photographs, and the people herein photographed, consented to have their image used, and all sorts of rubbish like that. It really is of no value. Doesn't really mean anything. It just looks like text. But it just happens to be German. So if you're German, you could read it. And you'd probably think, what is she doing? I am not German. I cannot read it. And it just looks like text to me. So I like it. These small areas next to the single photographs where I need just a small portion of the text, I am just going to mask off part of the stamp. so that the text just stops rather than going over their faces or whatever. So yeah, like I say, because it doesn't mean anything specific, it really doesn't matter that it's just cut off halfway. It still looks good. And there you have it. That is pretty much it. This is where I intend to leave them. I think they're super cute, and I plan to make some more of these. So this is just a quick flip through this little one, and here is another one that I made a bit earlier. This was my prototype. I was actually downloading video off of my phone, so I had room to make this video, and I made this one while I was doing that. So this is how it all began. So yeah, anyway, there's those two. I'm going to go off and make a couple more, and I will come back and show you. Yeah, I hope you like them. I think they're a great way to use up the bases of your paper bags, and also to use up those little pictures of grumpy little old white men that you are inundated with if you ever happen to pick up a encyclopaedia at a thrift store. So yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for being here. I really appreciate your company as always, and I hope you have a lovely day. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.